The first time I heard about Christ Ahnsahnghong was from my family. My mother, who heard the truth first by being preached to by some evangelists, was absolutely convinced. My mother started to boast about the truth and what she had heard about Christ Ahnsahnghong. I'd never seen her so happy and excited, and I could hear that she was absolutely certain that what she was studying was true. So I became curious about this topic, and I wanted to investigate about the Second Coming Christ and Ahnsahnghong for myself. Finally, an opportunity was given to me, and I was able to study with one of the pastors from the Church of God. I was able to see various subjects on how Christ Ahnsahnghong has fulfilled all the prophecies of the Bible. Through these Bible studies, I could also see that the Bible is fact. The Bible is absolutely true. I still remember a Bible study while I was in the living room of my family home. At that time, we studied about the parable of the fig tree and the prophecy of King David. The nation of Israel gained independence in 1948. However, when we see the words of Christ in the book of Matthew chapter 24, this was a clear sign for his coming again. When the nation of Israel gains independence, the second coming Christ must be knocking on the door. And it was in 1948 that Christ Ahnsahnghong restored the truth and preached the Passover of the New Covenant. Also, there is no nation that has disappeared without a trace and come back after 1,900 years. It is considered a historical miracle that the nation of Israel came back on the map. However, this is a clear sign and a world call to let everyone know that the second coming Christ had come to this earth. When we see the prophecies also about King David, we can see that when he comes in the last days, the everlasting covenant must appear, whereby our souls can live. When we look into the Bible, we can understand that the everlasting covenant is the Passover of the new covenant established by Christ's blood. Though there are many people that have appeared in history, there is no one that has restored the Passover of the new covenant except for Christ Ahnsahnghong. Therefore, the second coming Christ, who brought us the Passover and allows us to have eternal life, is definitely Christ Ahnsahnghong. Christ Ahnsahnghong is definitely the second coming Christ because he has fulfilled the prophecy of the order of Melchizedek and fulfilled the prophecy of King David and the parable of the fig tree. I was overwhelmed and so touched that God has come to this earth in the flesh in these last days. Coming to the Church of God was an absolutely wonderful experience. I still remember seeing the members for the first time. They were so joyful and happy, and they welcomed me with smiles. This was not something that they could make up, but this was truly from the heart. Also, I realized that they were a true family. As we inherit the flesh and blood of God to the Passover of the New Covenant, we're all members of the heavenly family. There is respect, love, and honor for one another. Also, participating in the worship services felt really holy, which centered only on God and the words of the Bible. In the Church of God, we boast about God, not about some famous pastor or famous member in the church. All 66 books of the Bible testify to Christ. And the core of the Bible is the New Covenant, whereby we can have eternal life. I really hope that you will come and celebrate the New Covenant, and that we can all go to the kingdom of heaven where there is no more pain and suffering together. God bless you.